for tuning in to the Zip Mouth Motivation Show.
Hey, Zip Mouth, let's get it. Let's talk to each other. Elevate, divine state. Let's boost each other. Conversate, no matter debate. We learning something to stimulate a greater state. Now ain't that something? Got it covered like gravy. Your smothered chicken. The intellectual driven by streams and pathways to uplift. What's seeing life different becomes the way of life. Finding your inner peace and shining like beacon through the motivation. Get you moving to go and discover new things. Zip Mouth, the doors wide open. Let's elevate the game. Stimulate the brain with ways to build bridges and live some better days. Motivation is all I'm saying with Zip Mouth.
Thank you for tuning in to the Zip Mouth Motivation Show. Welcome, beautiful people. Welcome to the Zip Mouth Motivation Show. I am your host, Damasha K. Your host, Damasha K. And we are going to just tap into it for a little bit. Just tapping in just a little bit. Listen, tonight, today, or whatever time it is, wherever you are, the show is titled Everybody Watching, Nobody Working. And I did a show a couple of weeks ago about the real reason you're stuck. And I had a couple of comments that came back and people was like, oh yeah, that show really hit hard. And I think this one will too. You know what I'm saying? But as usual, y'all share. Share. All right, y'all. Share it out to your people. Don't be gatekeeping. Let people get the information. Just the logistics, y'all know. Tap into 101.5 Indie Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. to listen to Zip Mouth Motivation. Okay, tap into Takai Divine Teas. We are live today, y'all. We are live. Just live. And we are stepping into something beautiful. And this is a song by Divine Storm, Silent Storms. Ooh, this song got me wrapped up, y'all. It got me wrapped up. But like I said again, welcome back to Zip Mouth Motivation Show, where the truth we do not sugarcoat. I'm your host, Damasha K. And I want to talk to you about a few things today. And it might seem heavy for some people, you know. Not trying to be so heavy, but just kind of like, let's go ahead and get this out there. But it's been heavy in the air lately. And I don't know if y'all remember my last show. I had talked about how lately I've been scrolling. And I usually don't scroll, y'all, because a lot of my posts are, I do them like days before, weeks before, or nights before, or whatever. And they just come up and I kind of like slide my screen down and see that somebody comment and I comment to them, but I don't scroll that much. And I might go to a few people pages and look, but I don't scroll because sometimes stuff be so negative. I don't got time for that stuff in my energy. But tonight we're going to have a conversation. We're going to have a conversation of something that I've been seeing lately as I'm scrolling and just thinking about and listening to spirit while I'm scrolling about what I'm seeing and what is the next move and what's happening, like seeing in conversations, seeing in clients and strangers. And honestly, during this process, like I'm seeing stuff within myself. See, I'm the person, like, I'm going to be real with you. So like I said, this episode is called Everybody's Watching, but Nobody is Working, right? Because what I'm witnessing in right now is like, especially during the holidays and with everything going on in the world, is people drowning in depression, distraction, and comparison. Because comparison is like the big thing, because I've been noticing how people been like drowning in this comparison. This thing is serious. You can see this thing in their like just in their posts, just in their different creative aspects of things, like somebody comes up with something, then somebody else uses it, or somebody does something, then somebody else want to do it. And I'm wondering why. Why can't we move forward? Like, why can't we be original? Tonight, we're going to talk about it. We're going to talk about the wickedness of the world, the wickedness of people, and the wickedness of your own habits that you don't even recognize are holding you hostage, you know? So let's go deep a little bit, just a little bit, especially like into like the wickedness of the world, right? Let me just say it's all the way real. This world feels so wicked right now. Like in this moment, this world feels wicked. Not because everybody is evil, but because everybody is empty. Empty. It has nothing to do with someone being evil. It has everything to do with emptiness. Everybody is distracted. Everybody is pretending. And when you're someone who reads people, you feel or you can feel that energy when you can sense a shift, right? It's draining. Like it's so draining. And this is why a lot of times, like, I don't go out. Oh, that's what I wanted to tell y'all. Listen, though. So, y'all remember when I told y'all I was going to take a position outside of my home, right? And I've been working from home for like 10 years, maybe even a little bit more. I've been working from home. And so I took a position outside of my home. Just so y'all know, I'm back home because I can't understand how y'all do I don't understand how y'all do that on a daily. And I'm not even talking about the job, I'm talking about the traffic, the people that you have to encounter. How do you consume all of that negative energy on a daily is like upset. Like, what? And I understand why people say you have to keep your energy clear. You have to be able to stand and step into who you are and what it is that you're doing because that is a powerful, powerful move. People think you're using them, but you're watching them. And I'm like, what is happening out here? And just to get back into everybody watching, nobody working, people think they're fooling you, but you're analyzing them. And this is what happened when you read people or you can see things in people. People think that you don't know what's going on, but you see everything. And I saw so much stuff on the outside of my space. I was like, what? What? Why? What happened? Why did that happen? You feel like what? Why do you feel like that? What and that's the crazy part. That is the crazy part because I don't think all the time that people realize the detriment that they're doing to their self. You're surrounded by people who think they're slick and the whole time you're sitting back like, "Baby, I clocked that spirit like 3 months ago." But here's the part most won't admit. It's not the wickedness outside of you that's stopping you. It's the wickedness that's inside of you. The self-doubt, the fear, the hesitation. All of this is created by a world that wants you scrolling instead of growing. And I said it, this world wants you to scroll instead of grow. I realized one day, and I was kind of like researching things. If you know me on a personal level, you know like I love electronics. And so sometimes I'm like scrolling on my phone, but then on my computer I'm doing something else, and then I might have another screen open on my iPad that I'm kind of like researching things for that come to my mind because I can't keep my mind on one thing. I'm like always like doing this and doing that. So sometimes I'm doing multiple things at the same time, right? And I realized that this world wants you to be distracted with all of these other things But sitting down for like saying, I'm going to spend 30 minutes on the internet, you end up spending 3 hours. And I thought about it. I was like, man, and within 3 hours, I could have blah, 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 blah. I could have did all these different things, but I didn't do it because I was doing something else. I was in another space. I was in another headspace. And my headspace was watching other people do whatever they're doing. And this is why I say, who cares? Like, I don't care what people are doing. I don't care. Do you? But I think that technology and the fact that we can scroll all the time has taken us into another era of life or another space of life where we are no longer important, but it's only important what someone else is doing. And then sometimes in small spats, we'll try to imitate or mimic that thing, right? But how do we get out of that space? Now we got the holidays coming up. And the holidays are always filled with depression. The weight of nobody talks, like nobody talks about the weight of like Christmas is coming up. And I cannot tell you how many people have told me, like, oh, I'm gonna have to explain to my children that Christmas isn't gonna be that good this year. Why was it good anyway? We get our kids things all through the year. Why are we putting such an emphasis on this one day that they have to receive all of these different things of gifts and all this other stuff that is not really even important? What's important is that you're a great parent, and what's important is that they're a great child, and what's important is this season is heavy. People smiling but falling apart within themselves. People laughing but they lonely. People shopping, but they don't have no money or they're empty. People posting, but breaking. Holiday depression is real. And we watch people like we scroll and we're watching people, and yes, they look happy, but then I recently had a friend who committed suicide. And I remember, just reading when it was kinda, like, posted that this happened, and I remember reading, and I remember talking to a few people and them saying, like, "I was just with this person. I was just talking to this person. Nothing didn't seem like it was wrong. Everything seemed okay. I don't understand. I feel bad. I feel like this is my fault." And I'm telling them, like, "No." People have to say, like, you can't continue on putting on a facade or just being somebody on the internet or being somebody when somebody's in front of you that you are not. If you said, say you said. Let's talk about it. Let's process it. If you hurting, say you're hurting. I really want to see the realness of people. Holiday depression is real. But you know what? Do you know what's making it worse? Comparison. Comparison, comparison, comparison is making it worse. People are staring at others' pictures and their life that they post on internet or the things that they do on internet, this facade that they're putting up, and they're saying, "I want that. I wanna be just like that. I wanna be that person. I wanna have that. I want." But what about what you already have? What about what you already have? Watching other people's gifts and other people's accomplishment and other people's blessings and saying, Why am I not there yet? Why am I not there yet?" Probably because you're watching too much. That's why. But they don't see, like, the sacrifices, the pain, the lessons, the isolation, the inner work behind it. The world is set up to make you feel beyond, set up to make you feel beyond. But then we feel behind. We feel like we're missing out on something. We're behind in money. We're behind in success. We're behind in happiness. We're behind in healing. It's all comparison. And when your mind is already fragile, that comparison hits you like a, I don't know, like a bomb in your chest. I don't even want to say a punch in your chest. Like it hits you like a bomb in your chest, and you're like, I'm not doing so good. I'm not so well, or things are not so great for me like it is for everybody else. The truth is, people are not stuck. People are not suffering, or people are not in a space where they can't be successful. They don't want to. They too busy watching everybody else be successful, and so they can't do those things like sacrifice and put in that work and all the different things that, and some people don't consider that success. Some people consider waking up in the morning and going to a job. They don't care about all the stuff that's going on online, all of these people who pretending like they so rich and everything is so perfect in their life, and and even the drama. Some people want drama in their life. They're like, I ain't got no drama like such and such and such. People are not stuck. They can't do it. People are stuck because they don't want to do it. It's not that they can't, they don't want to. They scroll more than they work. Like I was just like I'm just scrolling. I'm like, do. After a while, I get bored. I'm like, this is boring. There's nothing else to look at because I keep seeing the same things. They watch more than they apply. They support others more than they support themselves. And is it a fear? You'll clap for somebody else's dream before you clap for your own. You'll invest in somebody else's program before you invest in your own. You'll watch 1,000 videos before you make one move. Some of us could hit our goals in 30 days if we would simply stop watching and start working. We can hit those goals like in 30 days. You could be, I don't know if you want to be a creator online, like in 30 days, you can do that. Wake up in the morning, do a video, post it. In the afternoon, when you're just sitting around doing nothing, instead of scrolling, make some videos, post them. Simply stop watching and start working. Most people are not lacking talent, they're lacking discipline. They're lacking belief in themselves. They're lacking the consistency. They're lacking that faith within themselves. And that's why mindset is so important. Because if your mind is your enemy, your life cannot win. And I'll say it again. If your mind is your enemy, your life cannot win. Cannot win. There's no way to win if your life is your enemy. And how many people do you think in this world that they feel like my life is my enemy? And I'll tell you, it's thousands of people. And you know why I'm saying it's thousands of people? Because people are so busy watching that they're not working. So focused in on everybody else and what everybody else is doing that they're not seeing themselves as important. And I know like I talk about this a lot, but I just want to like just beat it in people's heads sometimes like you are important. You have talent. You can do this. You're a wonderful person. You're great at that. You can have that. You don't have to watch somebody else enjoy something when you can enjoy it yourself if you just stop for just a second. For just a second, just stop Stop scrolling for just 1 second and focus on what it is that you need in your life. You read people, you understand people, you feel people, you see the wickedness, the jealousy, the envy, the depression, the emptiness. I don't know, I saw this video a couple of weeks ago, and I saw this video and this young lady was talking about someone else. I guess maybe it was some kind of something going on the internet, and she was talking about, "Hey, did y'all look in this person's eyes? This person's eyes looked empty, like their soul looked empty." And so people were commenting because a lot of times I read the comments just to see like kind of see what's happening, but I'm reading the comments and I see a lot of people saying, "Yeah, she looked like she didn't have a soul, like her soul was gone. Oh, and she looked like this and she looked like that." And it all summed up to the fact that she looked empty. And that emptiness is real. That emptiness is not fake. They were more referring this emptiness into like someone having roots on them or someone had did some magic on them. But what if someone did magic on the whole world? On the whole world. What if there's an emptiness within everybody else because we no longer have unions, like we no longer have that communication, or we no longer take that time out for ourselves to believe in who we are and what we can do and where we can go and how we can accomplish the emptiness. But let me tell you the truth. Most people don't even see it themselves. They don't hear their own thoughts because they're so consumed with everything else that's going on around them that they don't even hear like what's going on with them in the inside, mentally, emotionally. It becomes like this stagnant behavior for themselves, but they find themselves showing up to dinner parties and to birthdays and celebrations and celebrating achievement and accomplishments for everybody else, but nothing for themselves. They don't even hear that, wait, I need to take a rest. I need to take a break. And maybe I'm putting too much energy into other people and I'm not putting enough into myself. They don't sit with their own emotions. And I'm learning as the older I get, I'm learning that emotions are something that, like people have a hard time feeling. And because they have a hard time feeling, because they have this issue with feeling, they have an issue with understanding who they are. Because you know what? When I have to sit with my emotions, when I have to sit down with my emotions, now you are saying to me that I gotta wait a minute. I gotta deal with myself. And contrary to people's beliefs, some people don't even like to deal with themselves. They would rather deal with others on a regular basis than to deal with who they are.
When I have to sit
They
down
would
with my
rather
emotions,
feel other people's emotions than feel their own. They don't question their patterns. Why do I do this? How did I get to this space? How did I get how did and it's all about living with intention. It's all about living in an intentional life. Some people, they don't know how to watch. They don't know how to work. They know how to scroll. They don't know how to build. They know how to clap for others. And I'm not saying that it's wrong to clap for others because we all want someone to clap for us. But what I'm saying is, did you clap for yourself first? Did you push yourself towards your goals? You can't win in life if you don't believe in you, not your friend. Like, not your friend, because your friend obviously is accomplishing goals, so your friend believes in themselves, but do they believe in you? Do they believe in who you are and what you do? And do they believe in your goals and your achievements? And do they believe in the strength that's within you? And but that's not even important, because do you believe in you? Because someone can believe in you, but if you don't believe in you, then what good is it? Do you believe in you? Not your friend, like I said, not your partner, not your family member. You. Do you believe in you? Do you believe that you have the ability to knock down and accomplish every goal that it is that you want to accomplish? Do you believe in you? Do you? Ask yourself, do I believe in me? And then wait for the answer. Let those emotions flow in, because so many people I've heard say, I don't believe in me, or I don't care about me, but I care about this, that, and the other. How can you care about anything if you don't care about you? How could you? You can't. We will quote things like, if you don't love yourself, you can't love nobody else. And then people are in love with other people, but they don't even fall in love with themselves, because they do things like commit suicide or try to hurt themselves or allow other people to hurt them. So do you? Do you care about you? Do you care about your goals and your accomplishments and your success? Do you care about it? Because I could sit here and I could clap for you all day, all day, all day. Clap. I could cheer you on. I could push you. I can give you all the motivation in the world, because that's what I do. I'm a motivator. But if you're not motivated, my motivation means nothing to you. You can say, you know what, that really, that got me thinking, and I think I'm about to, I'm finna, uh, uh. But are you gonna be consistent in it? Absolutely not, because you didn't believe in you from the start. I believed in you. I motivated you to do it. But when you wake up in the morning, we have to start motivating ourselves. We have to start creating this belief system for us to be who we say we are, or who we want to be, or who we aspire to be, or the person that when you close your eyes, you be like, "Ooh, yeah, I'm that person. I'm her." They got a song out, like, what it's called? You Been That Girl. Again, tap into 101.5 Indie Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. for the Zip Mouth Motivation Show, because we are going to bring it every time. No, I don't sugarcoat. Yes, I want you to step into reality. Yes, I want you to be successful. Yes, I want you to be powerful. Yes, I want you to meet every goal and accomplish everything that it is that you want to accomplish. But guess what? Just because that's what I want you to do doesn't mean that's what you're going to do, because your mind might not be my mind. The success that I see in you and for you, you may not see, so you're not going to reach for it. That's not the path that you're going to take. So tonight, this is a call back to self. Stop giving the world your power. You can't live in a wicked world. Convince you can't let a wicked world convince you that you are powerless, because that's not the truth. That's not reality. I was talking to my son the other night. We're talking about manifestation, and he mentioned that he was trying to understand manifestation a little better. And so he was like, before you manifest, you're delusional, or manifestation is a delusion. It's not a delusion, it's who you are. It's what you aspire to be in your life, and you see yourself there. But if you believe that it's a delusion, because delusion means like the confusion, delusion, it's not true. It's not really happening. It probably never happened. And it means all of those things. But manifestation is a reality. Your goals are reality. Your power is a reality. Your focus is a reality. Your gifts are a reality. But you can't let people who don't know who they are tell you who you are. And we do that. You can be absolutely anybody you want to be on the internet. And this is why the internet is so frustrating, because you could be a millionaire on the internet and be homeless in real life. So you can't let people who don't know who they are tell you who you are. You can't keep handing your confidence to a phone screen. This is the moment you take your mind back. You take it back. You have to tell this world, like, you can't have my mind. You can have my money because they're going to take that anyway. But you cannot have my mind. You cannot have the trueness of who I am, the essence tonight, today, whatever time it is where you are, you're taking your confidence back. You're taking your identity back, your purpose back, your purpose back. And listen, you cannot change your life with the same mindset that broke you. You cannot change. How? How is this same mindset going to support who you are? You cannot elevate with the thoughts that are working against you. I'm nothing, I'm nobody. I'm never going to be successful. I'm not going to hit the lottery. You may not. I'm not going to accomplish my goals because I got so much stuff going on in life. I'm just broken inside and on the outside and around the corner and down. I'm just broken. You cannot elevate with a mind that is still wired with fear, comparison, and hesitation. We got to move it. It's almost like I always want to scream in certain, and I don't know if anybody ever seen this before, but when oh, I forget the name of the movie now, but there was an actor, they called him Radio, but this is the old movie, not the newer movie. But in the morning, the guy he I don't know if he was dreaming or what was happening with him, but he ran outside and he just said, "Wake up." He was waking, like, wake up, wake up. You cannot be successful with the mind that is still wired for fear and comparison and hesitation. There's no success in that. That's not a successful space. Not a successful phase. Transition transition to rewire your mindset. This is exactly why I created the course, Rewiring Your Mindset, because the world is loud, but the guidance people need is internal. I have people show up to the program and I was proud of them. I was proud of them for speaking. I was proud of them for being. I was proud of them for loving their self enough to say, you know what? I'm going to sign up for this course and I'm going to do this course and I'm going to make it through this course. And I gave them a workbook and I gave them a bunch of things to do and I gave them some resources so that if they want to go back, they can go back. Build discipline, clear the mental fog. Release the toxic patterns. Start being more intentional about who you are, just like you're intentional about grabbing your phone and scrolling, because that's an intentional thing. The last couple of days, I thought about, man, you have to be intentionally doing this on a day to day basis, but it's intentionally breaking you. It's breaking who you are. And I know people gonna be like, well, you gotta watch them because you gotta like, but is one of them people, them big people liking your stuff? Is one of them people who live in the life that you want to live, are they pushing you and telling you you can do this? I've learned watching creators, they give out a little bit of information about things, but they don't give out too much because I don't need you getting above me. I don't need you getting higher than me. And I think it's like, and I realized because I read some of the 48 Laws of Power, just interested because I like to be aware of things. And if you ever read that book, you'll see what I'm saying. You'll be aware. And I noticed there was a lot of content creators using this. I watched their patterns and I'm like, ooh, ooh, ooh. I said, boy, they like to play with fire. Build that confidence and build that confidence that lasts. Develop a new identity based on the truth, not the trauma. I'm going to say it again, develop a new identity based on the truth and not the trauma. Learn the habits of consistency. Rewire the patterns that keep you stuck. And it's not easy. I'm not gonna sit here and tell you, oh, like it's peaches and cream. You're gonna start changing your mindset and creating new patterns. You're gonna start doing that tomorrow. Absolutely not. Absolutely not. You're not gonna start doing it tomorrow. You're gonna do it bit by bit, little by little, time after time, and then things will start to change. Your abilities and your gifts and who you are will start to penetrate outside of the trauma, outside of what you see, and you'll start focusing more on you, rewiring the patterns that keep you stuck. This is it's healing. And the accountability people have been begging the universe for, literally begging, I want to change. I want more. I can't live like this no more. I'm sick of this. I don't want to wake up like this. I don't want to wake up unhappy and I don't want to wake up tired. I heard this thing a few weeks ago and I was like, man, I agree with that. There was a young man and he was on live and he was talking to a lady and the lady was saying that she was like 500 pounds and she wants to lose weight and she can't do it and she's never been able to do it and she's never going to do it. And I heard him say, shut up. So when he said that, I started tuning in. I was like, uh-oh, what he about to say? He said, shut up. He said, because not only are you telling me that you want to lose this weight, right? But you also in the same breath just told me that you will eat a pack of hot dogs, 3 burgers, fries, and a milkshake. He said, it's as simple as this. You got to have discipline and consistency. He said, say it with me, discipline and consistency. Sometimes we can't see that you want more. Sometimes we can't see that you want to be at your best. Sometimes we can't see it because you're not displaying the consistency or the discipline. Little by little, you're not going to change and transition today or tomorrow. It's not going to happen like that. But guess what? You can make an intentional effort. Intentional effort intentional effort to move forward. Stop watching people. Stop watching. Friends, stop watching. If something is not penetrating your soul, there has to be, like I said, during an energy exchange, there has to be a positive. You have to be exchanging your good energy and getting back good energy. But constantly watching, how you gonna get that good energy back? How you gonna get into that space? How? Like I said, build discipline, clear the mental fog, release the toxic patterns, stop draining. Oh man, I think I forgot to say this one though. Stop draining yourself for others. Draining, just snatching everything you got and giving it to somebody else. You all in because you know what? I don't care about me. But I care about everybody else around me and forget me. I'm asleep in but stop. Stop. Develop a new identity today. Today, put that intentional effort forward to develop a new identity. Learn the habits of consistency, rewiring your mindset and taking you into another space, another life, another like just ooh. Y'all see how frustrated I am? I'm frustrated because I'm a person like I'm for the people. I'm for the people. And when I see people being taken advantage of day after day after day after day after day, it does something to my soul. Because now I feel like I have to advocate, but I can't advocate for something that you don't want. So do you want it? Do you want to stop watching and start working? Do you want to build confidence that lasts? Do you want to clear mental fog? Do you want to release the toxic patterns? Do you want it? Because if you don't want it, I'm gonna stop advocating for you because this is my advocating to you to tell you that everything in life is yours, but you got to put that work in, babe. You got to do what it takes. You got to do what it takes. And you only have today to decide because perhaps you don't make it to the next day. At least you know that I went to sleep with effort, intention, building and celebrating within myself because guess what? I set this goal and I accomplished it. Tonight's message is simple. Stop watching, start working, stop doubting, start believing. Believing. Stop playing small because the world is loud. Mm. Your life is your responsibility, not society, not social media, not anybody else. Not anybody else. Your life is your responsibility. It's your responsibility. It's your responsibility. Literally, like the storms, the bad patterns, all those things are just about over, right? But you have to decide what it is that you want. I can't decide for you. I can cheer you on. I can motivate you. I can give you course after course on how to change and how to be and how to find your purpose in life and how to be yourself without the trauma. I can do all of those things. But if you don't want it, there's nothing I can do about it. Nothing. The divine behind the face. I am the storm, I am the still. Right. I am the storm. But I am also the still. I remain silent, but never the same. This has been your girl, Zip Mouth Motivation, Demasha Kane. Remember, tap in to 101.5 Indie Radio every Tuesday at 11 a.m. and 6 p.m. where you can tap into the Zip Mouth Motivation Show and get what you need and share it. Y'all stop gatekeeping. What y'all gatekeeping for? Let it go. Let it go. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. I know that y'all are amazing people. And I know you can have everything in life that you want and need. But it's up to you. You have to make a choice. Whether it's today, tomorrow, or the next day, you still got to make a choice. And don't give up on yourself because you feel like you are behind on something. You're right where you need to be. We're not putting ages and limits on different things anymore. We're doing them right then and there. I love y'all. I appreciate y'all. Thank y'all for tapping into the Zip Mouth Motivation Show.
Storm is silent now, but it echoes in me. Power doesn't always scream. Sometimes it breathes in peace.
Thank you for tuning in to the Zip Mouth Motivation Show.
Hey, Zip Mouth, let's get it. Let's talk to each other. Elevate, divine state, let's boost each other. Conversate, no matter debate. We learning something to stimulate a greater state. Now ain't that something? Got it covered like gravy. Your smothered chicken. The intellectual driven by streams and pathways to uplift. What seeing life different becomes the way of life. Finding your inner peace and shining like beacon through the motivation. Get you moving to go and discover new things. Zip Mouth, the doors wide open. Let's elevate the game. Stimulate the brain with ways to build bridges and live some better days. Motivation is all I'm saying with Zip Mouth.
Thank you for tuning in to the Zip Mouth Motivation Show.